Alright, boss, this is a battle of attrition. Eliminate all enemy forces.
Hey guys, how's it going? Trazer once again, bringing you a different game this time, not COD. So this is actually Titanfall. I don't know if you guys know about Titanfall. If you haven't, you're probably living under a rock because it's pretty major right now. So I'm using the standard assault rifle with a random sight and the chest out silencer. Definitely do not use the silencer, it's a weak piece of shit. End up going 14 for 2 here. 14 for 2 or 3. I do make a mistake right near the end, which you guys will see, which has really annoyed me. But yeah, so yes, those things there, they're pilots, so they're actual players, whereas the things on the ground are guns. In attrition, which is the game type that you announced at the start, what you pretty much have to do is you have to get to 250 points. Pilots give you 4 points, grunts and spectres give you 1 point, and I'm not quite sure, I think Titans give you 5 points? I believe you take down a Titan. The Titan's a big mech warrior, which you get after 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. You'll see there in the bottom right hand corner, mine's being built right now, 1 minute 15 left. And I made a mistake there, I was button mashing, I couldn't remember what button I remapped grenade to, but I've actually remapped it to G, because I remapped my whole keyboard to suit Call of Duty, because I can put up a picture of my keyboard if you guys want, of the general key functionality I use, so that I can just swap between each game with ease. I must die 3 times because I die right near the end due to stupidity. But yeah, so I go on a nice streak here. It does get quite slow near the end. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about specifically on Titanfall, I didn't really want to give my first impressions yet because it's a beta, so it's technically not the full game. So, you know, there's only 2 maps, 1 Titan, and 5 primary weapons and 3 secondaries. So yeah, it's not a super big deal. One thing that I will say is I don't fucking like the Titans. I don't use them, I just set him to autopilot. I never jump in him, I just think, you know, I like being the smallest target possible to rush around and completely, you know, spook the shit out of someone, get in right behind them and blast crap out of them. Whereas if you're a Titan, you're kind of fucking obvious. But yeah, anyway, what I want to talk about was how smart the developers are. So the developers are actually Call of Duty, they're ex-Infinity Ward employees, the original Infinity Ward, the one that made the good Call of Duties, that made Call of Duty 1, 2, 4, and 6, which is Modern Warfare 2. So those guys, just after finishing Modern Warfare 2, had a big blowout with their company, they weren't being treated right, so they left and made Respawn Entertainment with a couple of Battlefield developers. And this is their very first game, called Titanfall. So what made it so smart was they included aspects from every single game. But the smartest thing they have done is added bots. So the first thing you do when you're on multiplayer is you think, okay, you're automatically playing against other players. Whereas no, in this game, I want to say at least 70% of the enemies you come across are bots. But you don't realise that because you're in such a high, intense environment. You don't care, you're shooting anything that turns red. And so the way Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4 worked was what a lot of people called was the overkill factor, or just the intense immersion into the game. So like epic moments were happening all around you all the time. So like in this one, you've got fucking Titans falling down, you've got to evade that shit. There's enemies just absolutely everywhere, you know, you've got rocket launch, you've got shit like that. But what they've done is, instead of being 6v6, but they have to make a big enough map for Titans to actually roam around in, so that you don't take 3 steps and you're at the edge of the map, is they've added in AI. So people still think that they're awesome players, they're having all these epic moments, but you're not. You're versing these really bad AI, but you don't realise that when you're in the game because you just get so immersed into everything. So all these, and yes, I did fuck that up twice. Don't question me, okay? I'm still learning basic movements. This was like probably my 8th game on. So you saw how long it took to kill there, but yeah, I need to shut up and get back to the topic. So like you have all these epic moments, like right there I killed 2 pilots, so that was pretty cool, you know. And on the start of this gameplay, you know, I killed 2 pilots on the roof, that was pretty cool. But like you see all these enemies lighting up red, they're just grunts, they don't even shoot back at you. But you just feel so badass because you mow down 4 or 5 of them in one clip, and before you realise you're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm doing so good, you know, I'm helping out my team. But what a lot of people don't actually do in this game mode specifically is mow down the grunts. So they just go 100% for player kills, and this game does have Call of Duty spawns though, like massive maps, but I've still spawned with some bloke shooting me straight in the asshole. But I'm not about the negatives in this game. I'm actually really enjoying it. So that's why I decided to bring you this content. You know, I've been playing. It's now 2 AM in the morning. I mean, I've been playing for 3 hours solid or whatever. Run out of ammo here, so I go on an automatic pistol tear for a little while. It does get slow paced right about here. But yeah, so that's the little trick that they've used. So once you guys realise that, it may take away from the game, but yeah, look at my shitty aim. It may take away from the game a little bit, but like they've done it really smart. I don't know if anyone else has picked up on this, but like, you know, they knew the formula that would work, and that was really fast-paced action. But you can't bring that in a map large enough to hold, you know, 6 mechs. Say all your team has mech suits or Titans. You know, I'm so used to mech warrior and shit like that. So everyone's got 6 mech suits, and so there's not enough room to fart. So what they did was make a giant map. Well, the maps aren't giant. They're kind of in between Battlefield and Call of Duty maps. So if you think of Wasteland from Modern Warfare 2, I'd say about 4 times that size. Probably the size of the first part of Operation Metro in the park for all you Battlefield fans. But like, they've brought the best of both worlds. And like, it is futuristic, so there's not that much recoil. Even though that is a fucking fast as hell pistol. But yeah, there's not much recoil in this game, which makes you even feel even more badass, because you don't need perfect aim. Like, when you're mowing down all these targets, you don't have to consistently hold your aim on or anything like that. So they've done really well, and they've used the Call of Duty. They've used the Modern Warfare 2 formula really well in how they do it. Just because that's how people got hooked on Call of Duty, was you just had absolutely badass fucking moments. You just felt boss as fuck, and that's all they've brought back to it. Like, say you got an AC-130 out of a care package, and you know you're only used to getting 4 or 5 kills and dying. You know, you get that AC-130, you're up in there, you're blowing up like a half the fucking map. You just feel so boss. And then I don't know what's happened in the latest direction. You know, they nerfed everything, but that's not neither here nor there, because we're not talking about Call of Duty now. We're talking about, this is meant to be the COD killer. I don't really think it'll kill COD, because COD is literally killing itself. So if this game, like this beta, I can't even pick out anything. Like, I haven't had any graphical glitches or anything like that. I don't know if anyone else has. You know, if you guys want to leave a comment, if you do. But, you know, I've never had a graphical glitch with it. I've never had frame drop, anything like that. Like, it runs smooth as silk, and I do have it on the highest graphics, other than turning off, like, anti-aliasing and video sync and things like that, because you don't actually use them for multiplayer games. It just, it stops producing the amount of frames that you actually have. And, bang! Try that, motherfucker. So, yeah, so don't use anti-aliasing or anything like that in any multiplayer game. If you do, just nick off, get rid of it. It'll save you heaps, because the main thing to play in a multiplayer game is to produce as many frames as your computer possibly can to make it as most smooth. So here we go towards the end. I don't know if I'll leave this bit in or not, where I actually die. This is a super fucking problem that I had, and I was extremely angry with it. You guys will see in a sec. Actually, I'll leave it in, and I'll leave in what happens afterwards. I thought I was going to get raped so hard here by the enemy Titan. But sneaky motherfucker. So, some other thing, I have two beta codes to actually give away. I have one PC code, and I have one Xbox One code. So, if any of you guys are interested in that, I want you to leave your favourite quote from the TV show Archer. So if you haven't watched it, just look it up on YouTube. Like, he has so many fucking quotes. It's not hard to pick one that's your favourite. So, if you want the code, leave your favourite quote from Archer, and then in brackets, you know, which codes you want. Do you want PC or the Xbox One? Because I've got 2 to give away, and definitely want to be giving it away to you guys, so you can jump on as soon as possible and absolutely rape face in this game. But anyway, guys, I've been Trace. I'm out. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll leave the last little gameplay for you guys. See ya.